All right, so last night I'm sitting on the sofa playing with my phone, and my wife says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I am shopping on Whatnot," which, by the way, is my sponsor today. And she sat down right next to me and says, "I want to shop too." And so we kind of did it together. Whatnot is live shopping, and it's a bunch of fun. Whatnot is not just buying, by the way. It's selling too, where sellers really shine and find their people. And the chat is fun too. We found that out together. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Sellers are building real, thriving businesses. And I have to tell you, I was buying, but at the same time, I'm thinking, I want to be selling. It looked like a lot of fun. Plus, there's money. Anyone can sell, by the way, whether your business is big or small or yet to exist. You can make some real money. As a seller, here's what you do. You just go live. You show off your products in real time, and you make real money in real time from buyers because they get to know you. They get to like you. They get to trust you. And across Whatnot, the number of sellers earning over $1 million a year has doubled. I think we were shopping probably and chatting for about an hour, which I hear is the average on Whatnot. Honestly, I think there's also a good chance you have never experienced anything like Whatnot, and you should. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
This is the Daily Boost Podcast with Scott Smith.
Well, all right, come on in here. Good to have you here today. Talking reinvention. There's probably nothing I talk more about than Operation Reinvention. Now, I don't always use that term, but in every case when I'm working with somebody as a client, we're reinventing something about their life. It could be their job, it could be their relationship, it could be their money, or just something, their motivation, their goals, whatever. But we're reinventing. That's what we're doing, which is why I like to use the term, because that's exactly what it is. It's a little scary for some people. I don't want to reinvent, man. I just want to make my life better. Well, you're still reinventing, right? I don't know about you. If I'm going to reinvent my life, I don't want my life to get worse. You're the same way. If your life is pretty good, you got a good job, got a good relationship, maybe they're decent on both fronts. I don't know, but you don't want to give them up, right? But you want to change things, but you don't want to give up what you got. You're not alone. Everybody says the same thing. I'm that way. I'll take a big risk, but only so far, right? So Operation Reinvention to me is tweaking the little simple things to get what we want. And some people say, Scott, that requires a plan. Now, in the world of personal growth, the world I live in, everybody has a plan. Man, this is so additive. I get tired of it. I'm just going to say how it is. I do. Do you ever get tired of people giving you another tip, another trick, another hack? It's so additive. And what happens is you get this pile of stuff that you don't use and your life continues to circle in the way it was. And yet sometimes you just instantly change. The trick is a click. It just happens more than you think. So my goal is not to be additive. It's to be subtractive. It's to look at what's going on around you and say, well, let's subtract a few things from your life. Scott, that scares me. You're going to take things away from my life. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just ignore it? Let's don't put anything new in. Let's don't add to it. Just ignore some of the old stuff and do something different. Why don't we just do that? It's amazing how that works. Protect that foundation you've got and yet change everything. So I don't often need a very particular plan. Before I get into this, let me go a little closer here. When I work with a client, the very first thing we do, we have a discovery process. It takes about 3 weeks. It always does. Every single time. And it's not even discovery. It's just kind of get to know you, figure out what's going on. Put all the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle on the table and try to figure out what we got there. It takes about 3 weeks to do that. And after that, we get into a strategy. You got to figure out what to do with everything we know now, right? You don't need a plan until you get to strategy. Until you actually have an idea what you're working with, you don't need a plan. All we need to do is get things to be a little bit simpler along the way. That's all we have to do. So the last couple of years when I was, I've done this for many, many years now. This was a decision that has changed my life many times and continues to do it every single time I do it. In fact, probably every day. And that was the term Operation Reinvention. When I decided to do it without having a plan. Because what I found was dragging my feet, trying to come up with a plan. Well, I'll do this and this and this, and life gets in the way. We don't do it, right? So I said, well, hell with that. Let's just do it the easy way. And my original plans were to run this with a group of people like you and take you through the process. Now, I do it occasionally, and I take my clients through it all the time. But at the end of the day, we don't need a plan to get started. I wouldn't say I'm winging it, but sometimes you don't actually have any idea what kind of plan you need when you get going. You need a different mindset. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever been sitting around thinking, hey, I want to make a change in my life, whatever that happens to be? Could be losing weight, could be making money, doesn't matter. Could be just about anything. And what's holding you back is you don't know exactly what step to take. Just raise your hand, because it happens to everybody. It happens to me too. Like, you see the place you want to go, the room you want to step into, right? And you're like, I'm not sure if I even see the room, but if I do see it, do I want to go into it? If I go into it, can I get out of it? And it freezes your mind, doesn't it? Listen, I work with you all the time. These are all my phone calls. Everybody says the same thing. They're like, I'm a smart person, but I can't figure out what to do, because we're overcomplicating how to fix the problem. To me, it's very simple. It's like, okay, don't like what I got. I may not know what I want, but I know I don't want this, so let me go figure it out. That's how I do it. So I had a question. What single change can I make? A change that would automatically and positively disrupt everything in my life and put me in a better place. I don't memorize that question. That question is written down. When I'm feeling like I want to make a change in something, I'm subtracting. I'm simplifying. What single change can I make? A change that would automatically, I don't have to work at it. And positively, because I like to be a positive guy. Disrupt everything. Yes, I want to disrupt in my life and put me in a better place. I wrote that thing down, and it works. And what it does immediately is it kind of puts my focus on where it needs to be. I want to go to a better place, but I don't want to complicate, right? I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be that. Do you ever say that to yourself? I don't know what it's going to be. Don't know what it looks like. Maybe it's an idea. Most of the people I work with, and I do this, I'm probably on the call, I'd probably deal with 30, 40 people a week. If it makes you feel any better, very few people know what they want. Very few people know exactly what it looks like. If they're talking to me, they're trying to figure that out. And all I need to do is get them down the road one step. I just need to reframe them just a bit. Very few people know it. So if you're sitting there right now going, man, I'm not happy, or I don't know what's going on with AI and all this stuff in the world, what am I going to do? Well, welcome to the world of everybody. We're all there. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be that. My sponsor today is Hims, and if weight loss has felt like a losing battle for you, well, this summer can be very, very different with Weight Loss by Hims, an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill and the pen. Did you know that with Wegovy at Hims, you can lose up to 20% of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise? It helps you regulate your appetite, eat less, and keep the weight off. And since Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1 pill for weight loss, there are no needles needed. And everything happens online. Just talk to a licensed provider. If it's right for you, they'll send it to your door. No insurance necessary. And by the way, Hims gives you 24/7 messaging with your care team and an app that gives you all kinds of support. There are a range of affordable GLP-1 options to fit you and your wallet. So if you're ready to reach your goals, visit hims.com/dailyboost to get a personalized and affordable plan. That's HIMS.com/dailyboost, hims.com/dailyboost. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. A joke I've said for many, many times over the years is I'll talk about a divorced woman. I've talked a lot over the years. I try to keep people married. I'm pretty good at doing that, but sometimes I get them after they've already divorced, right? There's not much I can do about it. So eventually I'll be talking to a divorced woman. I'll say, so what do you want in your new man? And you know what she'll say? Well, I'll tell you what I don't want. You're really good at that. Strangely, if they don't pay attention, they get exactly that again. You know what I mean? They just marry the same thing. Tell you what I don't want. If I push them a little bit, they will tell me what they do want. And basically every woman on the planet will say, I want him to make me smile. That's it. And if he has a big bank account, that's even better. It's awesome. So we had that single question. We say, what single change can I make? A change that would automatically and positively disrupt everything in my life and put me in a better place. And we just agree to ourselves that I don't know what it's going to be, but it's not going to be that. That starts to set the stage for you. I don't have to know exactly how to get where I'm going to go. I don't even have to know where there is that I'm going to go. I just knew I'd recognize it when I saw it. And I always look at life like that. I send clients out the door all the time. I said, sometimes you need some reframing. Just said it yesterday to somebody. I said, you just don't have enough information to make up your mind. She's a current client. and she's exploring the possibilities of life. She doesn't know exactly what she's going to build, but she knows she's going to do it. And she's thinking she might get in her own way and not be able to figure it out. And I said, it's just the issue is you just don't know what the picture looks like. You don't need the path. You just need to eventually see it. And the way we see it is we said, okay, if you want to reinvent yourself, at least get in the ballpark and say, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I kind of like what that guy over there is doing. Maybe I'll figure out what he's doing, what job he has, what kind of car he has, what kind of relationship he has with his wife. Well, I'll figure that out. I'm telling you, it's just this little clue. My guess is right now, you already have that. I don't know if anybody listening to this podcast, that if I didn't jump on a Zoom call with you, that you wouldn't have something that came to mind immediately and go, yeah, I've been kind of thinking this, man. I just don't know how to get there. Nobody listening to this podcast would not have one. Seen it too many times. And if you don't think you have it, I'd find it fast. I'd find it in 5 minutes. Goals are cool, by the way. You should use them. But sometimes you just got to follow your gut. Go with the flow. Figure things out along the way. By the way, the single change always turns into massive rethinking of how I use my time, how I create freedom, and everything else kind of begins to arrive. So I know this is not a plan that people say, Scott, tell me how to do Operation Reinvention. Tell me how to reinvent myself. I am telling you right now, the very act that you're even thinking about it, if you will just say, okay, I don't know what it's going to be. I have no idea. And just relax and let your breath out a little bit. And say, if I could make a change, just one little thing, think hard about it. My guess is right now, it's already in your mind. You might be smiling a little bit about it, or you might be holding it down. You know that one change you need to make today. If I'm your coach, I'll call you on it in minutes. I'll figure it out and call you on it. You won't do that. But you know what it's supposed to be. You know that if you made one change, something automatically gets taken care of. And you know it's going to change everything in a very positive way and put you in a better place. So what is that one thing? Got to figure it out. Work on that. Hey, go to motivationtomove.com. You know why? Because I might do this just as a challenge for you. But only enough of you let me know you want it. Just go there, look for the Operation Reinvention, and put your name and stuff in there, okay? All right. Let me get out of here, take a drink of water, and try this thing again.